Martial Artist Whriling Assault as League Starter and for endgame build looks incredible. All the ascendancy node that this class has to offer is just insane. This will be a powerhouse from your first ascendancy node till the super late endgame. Today I will talk about some tech and I will show to you the fully planned endgame setup that I put together on my stream twitch.tv/Peugeot2. Last couple of days I was testing out the Whriling Assault as League Starter and without the new ascendancy. It's already looked pretty damn strong. But after GGG dropped the gameplay for Martial Artist and showed all the ascendancy node and what they can do, I knew it. This will be an incredible build from the start till the late endgame. The key component will be the Way of the Stonefist. This will transform your gloves into an absolutely strong item and it will scale with your character level. Also, unique items will transform to a different version if we taking this ascendancy node. I think this node is one of the most fun and strongest node in the game currently. I already can see myself just picking up all the gloves from the ground to just test out and see what mods getting to transformed. The endgame POB looks like this currently, and I think I can safely say this is almost the final-ish planned stage of this build, because the League Starter and the leveling plan is already done, and this is the late endgame version. If you opening this POB, you will see some DPS number here, such as 400k DPS. You would say that DPS is kinda bad. What are you even talking about endgame build? The Whriling Assault is not getting calculated correctly in path of building. And I can show you my soul self-found character that you was seeing in the video. That character has just only 9k DPS. So this shows exactly the POB cannot calculate it correctly. The skill tree is, I think, it's kind of standard-ish monk build at this point. I want to talk about very importantly is the power charges for this build. The holoform ascendancy node will use power charges, right? When you channeling your ability, and we're planning to use Whriling Assault with this ascendancy node. So you need to find a way to generate constantly power charges. The more power charge you have, the longer you can channel your ability. And with that one, you need a power charge generation. The easiest way to generate power charge is literally using Devour in the early and in the mid game, and later on the mantra of distraction, you will add Ality Chimes, and basically you will have infinite amount of power charges very quickly, because your Whriling Assault will generate combos, and you can spend that one on your mantra of distraction, and that will provide you power charges. On the offensive part, we cannot forget the Way of the Stonefist, right? Because this is what we are getting with the new ascendancy node, and you can literally see all the opportunities, and even in the video they showing a lot of goodies, right? So such as like this bad boy right here, right? And also there is a much better gloves as well with 1.1k evasion and 600 energy shield. I don't even know what they was thinking to get that one, but honestly, okay, whatever. So the thing is, guys, you will also get a lot of extra damage from this node, from the Fist of the Stone. And trying to get that one simulate in POB, it's kind of silly. So honestly, just look at this. This is, I think, an average gloves that you will getting. So these gloves will provide you that much evasion and energy shield, right? And also melee skills levels, and also base critical chance. Literally, these gloves will provide you almost 20% more maximum hits, 10% more maximum damage as well. So if I clicking on this, your damage is skyrocketing, your crit is skyrocketed, and also your evasion and energy shield is skyrocketing. And imagine what would happen if I adding the 1.1k evasion gloves with the absolute insane amount of X damage on it. We don't know exactly how we can get that gloves, or what that gloves was transformed from it, right? So keeping this in mind. And now, with all of this knowledge, we will passing to the Tonkiness side, the defensives, guys, because this is my main selling point for my builds, right? So, guys, you don't have too much option on this side of the tree. Literally, energy shield and evasion, scaling, because we have a lot of hybrid nodes here, and also the Spectral Ward, and also you have very, very easy access to the Obasament for the additional extra stun threshold. And also, if you want, you can get elemental EMS threshold as well. So basically, you will be unstunnable, unignitable, unchillable, basically with just that much. And also we have access Chaos Annihilation. Chaos Annihilation is just a very, very strong node in the game because you can just ignore the chaos damage, which is, by the way, pretty damn common in the game. So basically this is the defensive layers, and of course the Way of the Stonefist gloves, right, with that much additional evasion and energy shield. And also this can provide you, by the way, maximum elemental resistances as well. So maybe there is a way you getting high evasion, energy shield, and maximum elemental resistances on your gloves. So basically you will have an absolutely powerhouse for the defenses, the Tonkiness part. I want to talk about the weapon and how we were scaling the damage. So I know normally majority of the monk players will want fizz DPS staffs. So I figured it out. How about we taking a different approach? That means we're not competing with the fizz staffs. How about if we scaling flat lightning damage, flat elemental damage on our weapon? How about this? So nobody really expecting this one, I think. And this will be much easier to obtain through the trade or just crafting it, in my opinion. And basically, this is, I think, a very, very good opportunity for us to just sneak in for a very easy upgrades. And also, many people will think the lightning damage or fire damage is bricked on the staffs when they was trying to fracture something on it. So basically, we can get a pretty hefty amount of elemental DPS quarter staff even early on, because not many people expecting that one. The rest of the build is just using, guys, the good old, energy shield helmet, hybrid body armor. We will use the Way of the Stonefist gloves, of course, the boots, right, with tons of energy shield, and the rings, flat damage, surprise, surprise. And on the belt, literally, guys, we were using just resistances, and basically that's it. Not really a big deal, in my opinion. And the skills now, guys. So a few words about the skills. So you have to know, guys, POB also cannot understand meta skills. So I already ignore the warning. We will have enough room for it. So first thing first, the Whriling Assault will be the meta skill because of the hollow form, and you need to socket your attack in it. So that's why we can have only a 5 link here. This is a 5 link. So you will use Overextend because that is extra crit damage. You will use Elemental Armament to blindside because we will add the blind to our bell on our back so that we are blinding the enemies. So we will have more critical chance and more critical damage. And also we will using for single target concentrated effect, a concentrated area, but on clear you will just taking the magnifying area, and basically that's it. Simple as that. You will have a very good time. And now the bell on our back, once again we will use the bell, and also we will add cooldown recovery to it because this has a cooldown, by the way, cooldown here, see, and then it will getting lower down this cooldown a little bit, so we will applying more often, and we will use magnifying area, so we will hit much wider area, and we will use Oshin's what for the Mana Leech if it's not getting, if that not get removed, but I don't think this get removed. If it's yes, then you can just add here Mana Leech as well pretty easily, and we will use Rage here, so every single time when the bell is hitting we will gaining a Rage. And of course for single target we will use the Tempest Bell as well with Rage Fort to concentrated area, blindside, overextend, and lightning penetration. And this is our single target bell that you will need to put down and you will hit it. Now for the clear, for the all additional damage sources is the Charge Staff. Charge Staff will provide you a lot of extra lightning damage. And also this will spending your power charges as well, but easily you can get back all of your power charges literally with the oddity chimes on your mantra of destruction or just using devour. So immediately you will have a lot of power charge for this one, and we also increasing the duration with the prolonged duration. So this will have like almost 1 minute long buff duration, so it's literally absolutely long time. We will add inner weight here because this charge staff will also kill enemies, so it will gain extra damage for us as well. And also we were using the hangman charges, so there is a chance the power chest consume will count as having you double amount, so that will be an absolutely huge amount extra damage. And also we will adding shock, so we will shock much easier, and also elemental armament too. On the mantra of destruction, I mentioned this one multiple times, but we will using on the mantra of destruction oddity chimes, so when you literally hitting something, you will gaining combo points, and then you will pressing it and you will gaining a lot of power charges already. And once again we will adding prolonged duration to this one because mantra of destruction as well providing us a buff while we killing with this one on us, and also +1 to the levels, and also charge profusion. So this will provide us an additional charge because oddity chimes is making this one connected to that one. So basically you have a chance you will gaining additional power charges and also additional random charges as well. And for clear we will using Herald of Ash, and basically that is not really needs to be explained. Big boom looks cool, easy. On single target, we will use Infernal Cry as well with Raging Cry to gain rage as well. And the Infernal Cry is getting used because when you're pressing it, you will empower your next free attack. I will traveling on the league start weekend, but later on Sunday, I will back and will start playing the league. Sadly, the delay for 0.5 was a very bad news for me because I had this whole trip planned from last year and I cannot delay. I just letting you know the first build updates will be getting a little bit later than normal. I'm kinda mad for this delay. I worked so hard in the last 2 weeks on the guides and the league starters, so you can guys have a nice league start. Hopefully I will see you on Sunday. That was the planned endgame version, and I hope guys this will working out. I mean, number wise it just looks insane, defensively looks insane, it's every single way it just looks so insane in my humble opinion, and I cannot wait to do this. Although let's talk about the guide. So already the early game and the mid game guide is out guys. I will add this one to the end game version as well, and basically only just one single thing is missing, the whole leveling guide visually, okay, because in the written section I already have the leveling section, but I want to make a visual version as well, so you can guys have much better time on league start. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pidget. See you next time.